everyone, and welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is having an awesome day. So I'm just gonna futz with the audio settings just a little bit. So many sliders, there we go. I think everything should be at a good audio level now, and if it's not, please let me know. I haven't had a chat with a stream with background music for a while, so I don't have the settings all done. Yeah, so playing Planet Zoo. I'm just gonna do a couple test movements, make sure nothing's super laggy. Everything seems to be doing good. I've just been having, I can't tell if it's a League issue specifically or if it's my computer / internet issue, but I've been getting like weird leg spikes and some other issues. So I am just like very paranoid on how stream is going to go. I'm just like watching to see if any frames are dropping, but everything seems to be going good. And I'm looking at the stream replay and that seems to be going good. So yeah, as I said, I want to do like when I say goth, I mean more like, you know, dark forests and abandoned castles and that sort of gothic, darker inspiration. So I did a lot of searching for mods and also animals that are already in Planet Zoo. So we're going to go over what exactly all I'm going to be building enclosures for, and then I'm probably going to start with the entrance. But yeah, so let's get into it. We're going to go by category. So the first mod that I downloaded was for the American Crow, because I think like it can't be a gothic, spooky zoo if you don't have the most adorable classic spooky boy. So we're going to be doing some sort of North American Crow enclosure. I don't know how many we'll have in the enclosure. We can have up to big groups. And yeah, of course I don't have enrichment from any other species. I also downloaded a mod for a duck that I saw it and immediately knew I needed it in my zoo. Look at this perfect, elegant little goth emo alternative duck. They're perfect. They're amazing. And they get enrichment from another species I downloaded a mod for, the khaki, which also, look at this perfect little emo goth bean. So perfect. The last one is a vulture, because like vultures are just freaking awesome. So those are it for the birds. And then for I have it a couple different sections. So I have birds, carnivores, herbivores, bats, and then there's going to be a reptile house and a spider house. So I saw this mod for an extinct cat, and it's so perfect. So we're going to include this extinct, lovely feline into the zoo. I also saw a mod for this, which is what spurred this whole zoo idea, is this fantastic bone wolf. Like, A+. I'm very excited. Then we're also going with the Wolverine, which is a base game animal, and I mean, doesn't really need an explanation. Wolverines are terrifying creatures. And then lastly, I downloaded a mod for a common genet. Where is it? These little things are adorable, cute. They fit like the color palette I was looking for, but also they're vicious little tiny things. They're adorable, they're amazing, and I can just see some like goth queen with one of those like as a pet. So for the herbivores, I specifically downloaded a mod for these Murciano Granadina goats because of the darker coloration. I was looking at a couple other goats and I was thinking there is one for a Jacob goat, which is the ones with the cool horns, but the base coloration was like white and lighter splotches, which is not the color palette. We're looking for dark colors. We're looking for grays, blacks, contrast. That is what we're looking for. So yeah, so that is goat, and then I downloaded for the II. They are such fun fact about the II. I actually did one of my first animal science reports when I was in like junior high. It was on the II. I discovered these little dudes existed and have been low-key obsessed with them ever since. They have a giant finger, you can kind of see it here, that they use to like stick in holes to dig out bugs, and they're creepy, they're delightful. I'm including them. And then another mod that I downloaded, again looking for like, I wanted to look for an animal that, again, same color palette, darker fur colors, but that was an aquatic animal just for some more diversity in the zoo, and settled on the long-nosed fur seal mod. And then from the base game, I was trying to think of like, what animals would I be terrified to meet in a dark alley, and a wild boar is definitely one of those. Welcome to the wasteland. Yes. Yeah, wild boar is definitely one of those critters that like, they're invasive where I live, and there's like bounties on them, and they are known for just like, you do not want to meet them when you're out in the bush, when you're out in the forest. You do not want to meet these motherfuckers. They are terrifying. So I included the wild boar for just the pure terrifying factor. For bats, I downloaded a couple bat mods, and of course we're going to go with the... Oh, I just downloaded one. I thought I downloaded more. Well, I was supposed to download. I'll have to download, see what happened with that. So we're going to go with the base game Egyptian fruit bat. And then we're also going to go with the hammerhead bat. And then I thought I had downloaded, it might not have bat in the name, which is why I'm not finding it. I'll look later. And then for reptiles, I downloaded a couple reptiles. There's going to be a reptile house for exhibit animals, and then one for and then I have a couple habitats. So for habitats, we got the Argentina white and black tegu. I was like pretty sure, yeah. So we got this dude. He's super cool, and I fit that theme. And then I also did I have it all written down on the tiniest little sticky note that I did with the black Sharpie. So some of the ink is a little smudged. I'm trying to read my writing and it's not going great. But also downloaded the black tree monitor mod, because look at this gorgeous, gorgeous creature. You cannot tell me that it's not the perfect fit when you think of like a goth zoo. And then I really love vipers, and they're highly venomous, dangerous creatures. But stunning, and so I thought they would be good to include as well. A lot of like alternative people that I know in the reptile keeping community are all low-key obsessed with vipers, so I feel like it fits well. I'm also going to be doing some spiders, but I figure there's enough spiders and also just in general enough snakes in games that I really don't need to download a lot of mods. I mean, the game has so many animals already, and I do own every single expansion. So yeah, so that is the rough list. This might change slightly as we go on, but we will see. First off is we need to let me delete the last gate. I cannot delete. Can I delete everything around it though? Alright. I'll just leave that for now. I'm trying to figure out what sort of style I want to do this in. I'm figuring everything out for scratch. I just figured out like what type of animals I wanted. I was like, go from there. So I guess we'll go into construction and look at walls and figure out materials, because that's probably a good place to start. So we'll just choose this little area here. That is not the one I'm looking for. There we go. So I'm thinking probably stuff from the Twilight pack is going to be the most fitting. That was like the Halloween pack, and if folks remember, when the Twilight Pack first came out a couple years ago, I did build just using the Twilight Pack and the Twilight animals. For folks, I think it was raccoons I did an enclosure for. But other suitable ones could be the, what is this, European rustic stone wall. Like, what I'm really feeling is a lot of stone with wood highlights, a lot of natural materials, staying away from the metals, and staying away from things like, although I think I can actually change the color of this. I can. So not JK, maybe also this. We'll see. In general, I'm not really a big fan of the, what was that, was the limestone? The limestone and the concrete that you can dye. I'm not a fan of how a lot of the colors actually look. So, it'd probably be easier if I just filtered and then material stone. So that's really just what I'm gravitating towards. Also, I apologize if my voice is a little weird, wiki-wonky. The testosterone cracks are in full fucking swing. My voice has been cracking horrifically and sometimes is sitting much lower, sometimes is sitting much higher, and sometimes is, like right now, has a bit of gravel to it. So apologies, I'm just going through fucking puberty again. So apologies for any weirdness in my voice or any like weird... It's been having some weird interactions with my microphone. Just like the weird voice cracks and shit. So yeah, apologies. I'm just gonna line up all the stones beside each other and sort of see which one I'm jabbing with. Not the plasters, not the sandstones. Is this another... I can already tell I'm not as big of a fan of this one, but I will do the lineup because I said I would. Twilight. There we go. Okay. Immediately, I don't like this one. Just immediate. I'm also not a fan of this one. I think out of these three, this is my least favorite. I really like these two. And I think what I actually might do is I think I might use the dry stone for the floors, because I can also get this pattern for the floors, and then use this one for the walls. Let's see how that looks. Let me go into, where would that be? Roofs and floors, flat. And that was dry stone. Yeah. I am jiving with this combo. Sweet. So the next thing to decide is what type of an entrance do I want to do. And I think I want to do a bit of a staged entrance, if that makes sense. Like at my local zoo, you like walk in and then it opens up to a plaza, and then you walk up to the entrance from there. And from that plaza you can get to like some bathrooms, a gift shop, a restaurant. And I think I want to do something similar, so have like the guest spawner back here, and then have the actual like, have it open up into a thing. I'm not gonna try to make it overly big and complicated. I say with absolutely no hope that that will actually be the case. Can I not delete all this? Oh, because of this. Probably have to move that. You know, it's fine. I'm gonna start building over here. Pathing. Look, gotta figure that out. Could go with the crazed path for now. Ooh, or do I want the stone slate? We're gonna go with stone slate. We're going to align to this grid, even though we're not gonna connect stuff. And we're gonna start building out. I gotta think, how much area do I want to give for the spawners? I think the spawn area is going to be a little more simple. So, do like that for the spawn area. we're coming to the entrance here-ish. I'm just going to place very visible markers where I want to place stuff. So that when I come back, I know this is exactly where I want the false entrance to be, sort of thing. Alright. You know what? We're actually going to give a little more space on that side. Yeah. And then I have to think of what shape do I want this plaza to be. I said that, and then you know what idea came to mind? A tombstone. Let's do a tombstone front plaza entrance. I think that is very fun. So first what we're going to do is do like this. Do I need to build that up some more? I think maybe like that, because then what happens is I can go in. We go deselect grid. So here's the trick, is you go deselect grid, you do this, and then that. And it rounds out that corner perfectly. You can then continue to do that all the way in all the corners. And that is looking pretty tombstone-like. Look at that. Now I could also do, what kind of, I was hoping this would be a little darker, like look black, but it doesn't. Could also do the dark wooden path. Ooh, I low-key really like how that looks. I feel like it makes the plaza feel a little fancier, you know? Now, trying to figure out where I want to go from here, because I gotta start building buildings, right? I know those aren't the same. They're not even. You know what? It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I think now, because let's see, we need a place for bathrooms, place for the actual entrance. Yeah, no, I really like how they've done, overall, I've liked how they've done pathing in Zoo and editing it. There's a couple things, like how they've done Planet Coaster 2. Oh, the pathing stuff there is brilliant. I hope they do that for Planet Zoo too, but we will see. What is it called? Toilet? I always forget what they call them. If it's a bathroom, it's a restroom, a toilet. There we go. Cool. Excuse me. Oh no, that's, I was hitting the wrong button. That's why it's not working. I think I'm gonna line it up like that. Have it out a little. Just have the two toilets there. Or do I want to do a double? Yeah, not quite. No, that's not what I meant to do. Back. Double. Duplicate that. Let me duplicate. Like that. There we go. Cool. And then I don't think I want to do. We'll do. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the gift shop and front entrance. The hardest part is always figuring out layout, right? Let's go into construction. It was Twilight. There we go. At the very least, I can line that up. Voila! The toilet has some walls. They're just brilliant. Cool. Toilets have walls. What if... Ooh, okay. Hear me out. Can y'all see my mouse right now? You can't. One second, let me grab something. Here. We got, 1 second. We got a thing you can see. Okay, so here's what I'm envisioning. Have a circle planter over here. Have a circle planter over here. Have the main entrance be right here that people walk into. And then have some gardens with some unfriendly looking plants sort of circling here and here. That's sort of what I'm envisioning. Circle planter is beautiful, gorgeous, brilliant. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. And then I need this to just like that, and then the doorway. Yeah! Excellent. The vision is coming together. Yeah. Okay, cool. Y'all will notice I bounce a lot when I'm building. I apologize in advance. I'm going to be probably bouncing around to a lot of different things because now I kind of want to work on the little spawner area. Facilities. Okay, that is the guest spawner. So we need... Can you connect to the other path? Maybe. Okay, cool. We'll do the guest spawner like that. Double it so that there's one over here. Now I can destroy all that. Cool. I think I want to keep things very round, very more soft, very more flowy. So what we're going to do is go back to get rid of some of that, curve it out, do that. And we'll keep right there. It looks a little awkward and weird now. That's because I haven't placed stuff around it. It'll look better, I swear, I swear. Because what I want to do is around either side have some flower beds that sort of also obscure you looking over here. So we're gonna go back into construction, back here. Sink that just a little bit. And is that? No, I'll have to do another one separate. There are moments when I almost recognize the music. Also, the entrance looking kind of. Okay, you might be. Entrance is looking a little sus. You're right, you're right. It's okay. It won't look less than a minute, I swear. Got that. In this playlist, it's a lot of free-to-use music, specifically made free-to-use music for streamers. So you've probably heard, and it's also like free to use for in your YouTube videos and stuff. So there probably are songs that you've heard snippets on other sites. Okay, so we got that. We got that. Now I need to start looking on the arch here. I think I already know. Do I have a blueprint saved of it though? Is that... Oh, to delete everything off of this would be a pain in the butt. Fine, we're doing it from scratch. Yeah, we'll see how the skeletal structure of this was made. Y'all ever wondered just how in depth I go for making stuff for my builds? Nope. So bring this up. I need to bring this. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Tilted to the side. And this is what I did for that entire big arch. Oh, I forgot to change the color. Fuck. Black, there we go. Brilliant, cool. Make sure everything is lined up. And that's basically it, just over and over again, while occasionally angling stuff, which I should probably angle this one now that I look at it. So we're gonna bring it forward a little bit. Angle ever so slightly. At least I only have to do the section of the arch once, because then I can just copy paste. Yeah, that's good. That's a good arch. That's a good bend. Again, Picasso. So I will be without one of my foster cats pretty soon. The Mama Serrano, got spayed on Friday. She's doing really good. Her spay surgery went really well. She was actually ready for pickup earlier than expected. It went so well, which was very nice, very relieving. She's a very petite girl, despite having 5 kittens and being like 2 years old. So I was worried for her, but everything went fine. She's been doing great. Separated her from the last of her clingy kittens because they kept trying to nurse from her, and she was not having that. So to make sure nothing happens while she's healing, separated them. They're not happy about that, but like whatever, they can get over. They can get over it. They will be fine in theory. The Titans. Actually, I didn't do that right. There we go. I understand putting way too much work for being. I've gotten it down to modular setup. Nice. I don't do breeding zoos. Might be an awful player for never doing breeding zoos or helping with the community challenges. I just don't find any joy in them. I find much more joy in the creation and doing too much. I'm just trying to see. I'm going to delete this, but I just kind of... so I can help visualize exactly how much more I need to bend. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just also very slightly high. What am I doing? Okay, no. That's why I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I hit copy paste on the wrong thing. There we go. I swear I'm putting my brain cells together. And does that look like a good bend? Slightly more? Yeah, I want it to be a little more flat at the top, because I want to put like the welcome letters in front of that, and if it's too much of a curve, the welcome will look weird against it. So I'm gonna start angling that off a little more. And for the folks just coming in, I am doing essentially just a gothy version of this giant tunnel that I made. So you can see I used ladders for the main structure. Except I want to also do a bunch of different plants. So I can't just like use that and edit that one. Be back to suffering. I made that for my big butterfly house and walkable gardens build that I'm still working on. So what happened is I was working on a competition build, and then I got really sick and life sucker punched me in the fucking nuts. And then I didn't get the competition build done. And I essentially haven't opened zoo for a couple months now. And just have not had the motivation. So this zoo is to hopefully get those creative juices going. I've just had to do a lot of like physical art, and I got accepted into my first festival, which I'm super excited about. 6 of my pieces got accepted, and it's like a paid gig / opportunity for a bigger festival that happens in my city. So, but one of those pieces I finished 3 hours before the deadline to submit. I spent basically 8 hours just doing nothing but working on that piece. So just a lot of my creative juices have also just been going to my physical art and my sculptures, and that I have not had the mental capacity to try to figure out a zoo. To make a long story short, just like that, and with my my cook, I'm having surgery and all that, it was just fuck. It's been stressful, but thankfully everything's settling down for the most part. There's still some like shit going on, which like, I'm an adult. When isn't there shit going on? I think that's the mark of adulthood, is like, things never slow down. Things never get easier. There's always shit going on. Alright, I'm going to copy and paste this over. JK, no I'm not, because this one needs to move. It needs to move down. And left. Does it also need to move to the... Oh, it needs to move over. It needs to shimmy off. There we go. Alright, cool. Oh, that's okay. So, for those that don't know, my partner works for a cannabis company. And so occasionally, like, it's bringing home samples or new things that have come in the store, what have you. And recently came back home with joints that made me maybe a little too hype. And I only say that because they were old school, what I consider old school weed strains. So stuff that you'd commonly see like 10, 15 years ago. Like when I first started smoking. So, god damn. Brain cells, activate. There we go. And two of the strains I'm very excited for. One we already had, which was what's fucking me up right now, so maybe I shouldn't have had it today. But it's called Northern Lights, and it's very delightful, very good for helping with pain. I see. I see. I did not plan out this center part well enough, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that. This is all going to scooch back just a tad. Sorry, I got this. I can fix this. We have the technology. We have the power. The brain cells? Debatable. Just have to do that though. And then... shimmy ya over. Cool, now I can line the shenanery back up. As I was saying, the strains. The other one is Blue Dream, which I've since been told is apparently like the gamer strain. That's the strain all the gamers smoke. And for me, that's just like a solid old school strain that I used to get a lot before it got legalized in Canada. It was like my go-to, allow me to sleep and help with my pain shit. Alright, cool. We have the beautiful start of an arch. It's absolutely incredible. Look at this. Brilliant. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do to make life easier for myself... Are you talking to people in my Discord? I'm talking to people on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. I stream to 3 platforms at once. I think I like this, yeah. And I forgot to do the thing that I was actually gonna do before I did that. I'm just gonna... Yeah! It's also neat because I was recently looking at my analytics and each platform has very wildly different audience bases. So like on Twitch, my audience base is actually mainly from Poland, which I think is super neat. And then it's Poland, Canada, the UK, and South Korea. And then on the YouTube side of things, was it United States? Oh, I just look at it. Let me pull up it. So it's the United States, Syria, not Syria, Jesus. Syria used to be one of the top ones. United States, Turkey, there we go. Sorry, I'm trying to load up my Discord messages. And Mexico. Which I find every so often on the YouTube side of things, I will get popular in Spanish-speaking countries. Just randomly. For the longest time, the number one, it was like almost 50% of my viewer base was from Brazil. Which I don't know how that happened. But it's always very fun. Oh yeah, also just wildly. And then on Facebook, it is 100% is from Canada. Alright, now I'm trying to remember, how did I... Wait, I'm gonna have to look at the other blueprint to remember how I did this. Oh, I was on the right tab. Alright, how did I see. So do that. How did I do that without it, Oh, I probably... Okay, what I probably did then is I'm gonna have to probably do the first 2 rows, and then they should be able to interlock nicely. So I just need to do the inverse. Start with... No, I wanted that. Yes? Do I have a line to I do have a line to surface on. That's what's happening. Okay, cool. I'm just a dumb. Yeah, okay, cool. Make sure that is level-ish. Bam. I'm losing my mind doing this just a little bit, so once again, I'm jumping. No apologies. Gonna go into construction. That was fascinating. I was looking into streaming and making some videos, but just for breeding zoos and sharing modular stuff. A lot of people in Reddit are interested in my spreadsheets. A lot of exact how-tos from the nitty-gritty in the franchise. No, that's definitely a niche that's missing when it comes to Planet Zoo creators in general. Is like, there's no how-to tutorials, basically nothing like that, that have been uploaded. So it's definitely a niche that needs to be filled. I never play a franchise, mainly because I get really frustrated about not being able to do all the cool stuff that I want to. It's also, come no surprise to anyone, how I am in Minecraft. I much prefer to play in creative. I don't want to have to worry about staying alive and eating. Oh, that's how I feel in real life. I don't want to have to worry about eating. I don't want to have to cook yet again. Although that's not really true. I do actually enjoy cooking. I don't know, anyone else like this where you go through phases where you really enjoy cooking and it brings you joy, and then it's like, oh, why must I cook again to feed myself? Why must I do this whole thing once again? I just think I got all of them. Alright, I haven't looked at plants at all for what might suit this build, so should probably actually do that. We're just going to make a plant staging area right over here. Terrain. We'll just do it on... Make sure all the grass is short. Cool. Nature. I don't want anything bright. No happiness allowed. Looking for darker colors. Which, I mean, that's not a lot of plants. And even if they look darker, like that looks darker than it actually is. But you know what? Apple tree might be, let's, I want sun. There we go. The apple tree. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Super appreciated. Can I get away with using a shit ton of faux aquatic rock? Maybe, we'll see. Those bushes, I like these. The arrowwood bush. Good bush. I like how I cleared an area with... Why am I like this? There we go. Now there's more sun over there. Move my children. Beautiful. Just have to take it slow. I managed to figure it out, and I'm working on a true 100% zoo, like for animals and perfect enclosures. I'm great at logistics, suck at the creative bits. Yeah, I'm the other way. I'm great at the creative bits, I suck at logistics. Maybe we'll go with like purple flowers. Because I feel that gives... Like, I feel these aren't too bright, especially if they're in a shadier spot. So put those as maybes. That feels too tropical, too sunny, too happy. Ooh, cactus, spiky, unwelcoming. Maybe. I feel like kneaded down around mud could look nice. Definitely think, especially with all the brown in the basket ferns. Ooh, how did the bigger, yeah, I like the darker bark on these ones. So maybe beeches. No bamboo. But dry grass and dead grass. I feel like, especially when you mix them. For example, let's get the blue. Do a little test patch. Show y'all what I'm talking about. And you mix them. Does that not look like a bouquet that Morticia Adams would carry? Oh my gosh, please. I recently had to switch to a backup keyboard and it doesn't actually have a delete button, and it is the bane of my existence. I did not realize how often I use the delete key until I did not have one. We'll just represent the blue with that. Ooh, black poplars would be great. Okay, well, do I have a smaller one that I can use to represent? There we go. Black spruces as well. And I mean, at least where I am in northern Canada, black spruce and like especially black spruce forests give often very rank vibes. Let me look at this close. Yeah, it's fine. I like it. Of course, the bristlecone pine and all its various parts will be making appearances all over this zoo. Like, look at that shit. Too cool. Same with the broken, like, cherry blossoms. Basically, if it says broken, if it looks sad, if it looks dead, I want to fit it into the zoo. Those. Do I want buffalo grass? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Ooh, caribou moss though. Perfect. coastal pig face. Ooh, and of course foxgloves. Not the bright pink ones though. There's, yeah, we'll go with the yellow ones. Yellow and white. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have to fit a yew tree or several somewhere. What else? Ooh, the dead bushes, yes. Crimson, no, don't want that. I think I might be able to make the blood tree work in certain parts. Douglas fir, no. How am I deciding what plants yes and no? Purely on vibes. What are those vibes? I can't explain. Hello, hello, Dumpster Fire. How are you today? Alright, almost done going through all of this. I think, potentially. No crane pines. Definitely going to be doing lots of vine curtains and moss and ivy and all of that good shit. Wanted to get Planet Zoo, so I thought I'd pop in. I highly recommend Planet Zoo. I love this game. I have every single DLC. I 10 out of 10 recommend both this and Planet Coaster / Planet Coaster 2. Fantastic games. They fill me with much joy. I'm currently just selecting cool plants to put in my goth zoo. And of course we have to get, Rafflesia, I think is how you say them, belong to a genus of plants that smell like corpses to draw in flies to pollinate them. They smell like rotting meat. They are very cool. If you've ever seen like botanical gardens where people line up super long to see like a flower that only blooms for 2 days, the corpse flowers, belongs to the same family as this little dude here. I'd love to fit sage in, but I don't think so. I don't think it's a vibe. That's a nice dark green, we'll go with that. I read that as silly oak, not silky oak. Ferns are still just a little too tropical. Alright, more dead things. Stringy eucalyptus. Too big. Of course, all the... It doesn't matter what the build is. I will find a way to use these weird little vines, or I think they're roots, in my builds. I love them so much for absolutely no reason. I will find a way to work this in. Tropical leaf litter, yes. It's much more muted compared to the regular leaf litter. Alright, then of course we got the vines. I don't think I need to put out anything else. Last little bit. Yeah, okay. So, this is our rough plant color palette. Again, a lot of dark greens, a lot of muted colors. Sort of what I'm going for overall. In the flower beds themselves, I think I'm going to do a mixture of... I think I'm going to put some of the bramble bushes as big, like, anchor pieces. Fill it in with some of the coastal pig face, and then just to add some texture and difference, go in with some of the dry brush, and then if I feel like it needs any pops of either like darker greens or more texture, I'll fill in the small areas with the Siberian pea shrub. Okay, so first we're going to start with the bramble. We got a couple different sizes. Also got more of what's like a landscaping, an itty bitty. I think I'm gonna go with that one there, that one there, and then just a big one there. Alright, next is the coastal pig face. Make sure that's raised up a little. There we go. It does have that little splashes of pink, but I feel like the rest of the plant is dark enough. And of course I can always do without the foulards. That's the only one with the flowers. What I'm gonna do is like that, and then I'll do one that has the flowers. Like that, maybe like that. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm just gonna finish one planter just so I can really visualize how I want them to look, so I'm doing one plant at a time. And it was the coastal pig face. Right, the dry brush. Want it to be okay, so back there like that, smaller one. Ooh, maybe like coming out from here. And I wonder actually if does that not look like an overgrown, half-dead bush now? I like it. I wonder if I can do the same. Picasso. Ivy vines for sure. Oh yeah, ivy is going to be everywhere. I generally put it everywhere in my builds anyways because I'm obsessed with ivy. But, you know. Alright, okay, I'm definitely going to need a little more than I thought. Well, let's mix in. Okay, go with the Siberian pea shrub. Ooh, I wonder how the caribou moss would look mixed in. Let's actually try that first. No. JK. Gonna go with the pea moss first, and then Siberian, or the reindeer moss around that. Yeah, it's just a little guy, slightly bigger, flowered. Okay, definitely the not flowering version. Get this one back here. Let me show you please, though. I wish vines automatically were hanging rather than upside down when first selected. Yeah. Yeah, I often was the settings. I use both. I use position snap, rotation, and align to surface to get them aligned pretty much how it should be right off the bat. But it's still an absolute pain in the butt. Right. Reindeer moss. Caribou moss, whatever it's called. Caribou. Then I'll try to go with a sparser one. I am quite fond of that. It looks a little overgrown, a little unkempt. Stuff looks a little dead. Excellent. Desired aesthetic achieved. Yeah. Pretty cool. How do I want to go about this? I just want to go... If I fit, yeah. I need to lower these ones. Yeah, kind of. That one and that one. Nope, wrong tab. Also, if anyone has inspiration for any of the species going in the zoo, feel free to send that to me, link it, what have you. Reminders of the species that I'm doing. I'm doing crow, Cape vulture, the bone wolf mod. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be doing Egyptian bats. I'm doing Egyptian bats, and I downloaded a mod for hammerhead bats are called. Look how cute they are. Look at their weird little nose. Fucking adorable. Love them. Oh yeah, and then here's the bone wolf. Bone wolf mod. I love... Do I still have the Egyptian death dog mod on? Probably not. But I also have that mod downloaded, and that might make its way into the zoo. I want to do a big hunkin' one, I think. I think so. Right there. Then it is the pea plant. Do a small one back here. Do a large one here. Small one there, and the caribou. But why does my dog bark? Only she knows. Although lately, it's been because people have been randomly shooting off fireworks. When were they were shooting them off at like 8:30 last night? For no reason whatsoever. And it wasn't just like a few like little firecrackers or whatever, like it was giant fireworks that were freaking loud. And like I live in not the best area, so I did low-key think they were gunshots at first. But then I was like, no, they're fireworks, it's all good. Which I don't think my puppy has really heard fireworks that loud before. So that definitely startled her. She was very on edge and alert and wondering whom's the fuck, what's the fuck. I know I haven't finished all of the flower beds yet, but I'm just looking here, and you know what I just really want to fucking put? The little area in between the two circles. I just want to get a light fixture there. So I'm going to look at lighting. It's going to be a lamppost, it's going to be standing. Now I could go with the classic. I feel like that would, although I'm staying away from metal, I feel like specifically the lampposts fit that aesthetic overall I'm going for. So I could go with, what is this one? The classic lamppost 1. I hate the second one. The balls can go die. I do like this one though. I'm just gonna go with this one. Because then also, where is it? I don't just, is there other sort of, or is it just the African one? I think that's the only hanging one. Besides the walkthrough one, which... Really, can I not? So annoying. Yeah, I feel like it, even if I can get it to line up correctly, which I don't think I can, I just don't feel like it will match or fit well, you know? But looking at planters really quickly. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. As soon as I saw it there, I was like, nah. Okay, I really do like how that looks. I think that looks very good. Very sharp. Very A+. I'm wondering if I need, because I do need something, figure out some sort of like backdrop for that. So I don't know if I just want to put a bunch of trees or a wall or what. While I think about that, I will go and finish the other balls. Oh, I forgot to put the pigweed. Or whatever it is. Coastal pig face. Oh, I gotta turn all these off. Lower flowering, lower flowering. It's a little unbalanced, so I'm gonna put a large one and a small one, and then a small one here. Okay, yeah. Only typed in caribou how many times, but I'm still trying to call it reindeer moss. Alright, I think... Yeah, it's looking... I'm liking how it's coming out. You know what? I'm just gonna do this really quick. It's bothering me. Picasso, done. goes there, there, in here, do a little bit of bloom there. I think after I'm done these planters, I don't think I'll do the planters right by the front entrance the same, now that I'm thinking about it. Do a little bit of variety. I want foxgloves in the ones by the entrance. There should be a lot of broken and dead trees, like the epic. Yes, 100%, I agree. Okay, cool. Speaking of dead trees, you know what? Let's... As they're called, broken trees. That's that one. I feel like maybe the taller ones fit this area a little better. Especially these broken Himalayan ones. Let's put that there. And then the bristlecone. You know what, maybe that's it for now. I feel like if I just go too ham, I'll get lost in the sauce, you know? But that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty freaking snazzy. Oh, you know what I could do? From joining at this corner and coming back around, I could do just like a simple wall with a bunch of vines. The darker ivy too. Where is it? The variegated ivy clump. Let's appreciate her for a second. Look how pretty she is. Ooh, ah. I mean, the regular ivy is nice, but I feel it's a little too bright and happy for this build. Variegated ivy. She perfect. She beautiful. That layered with... Not these ones. Where are they? Yeah, with the vines. Alright, so I want to get that wall up. Nope, I had the right one. We want to go filters, material, stone. How long have you been streaming in general? I've been streaming off and on for 2, maybe 3 years now. I've had to take sporadics and extended breaks just because of like life and my health. I'm quite disabled, unfortunately. But yeah, off and on for I don't know, probably like good 3 years now. I originally started on Twitch And then I took a break from that and I came back and started doing on Twitch and YouTube and making lots of videos. And then I expanded to Facebook. Yeah, I used to do very set days, and each day had a theme. So I used to have for quite a while. I had a Wild Wednesday where I played Planet Zoo every Wednesday, and just showed off the different builds and stuff that I was doing and working on. I worked on a couple of different stream builds. Like when the Twilight pack first came out, I did a whole raccoon Twilight build. Okay, but also can we just appreciate how nice that looks for a second? Chef kiss. I think though I want to go over with, where is it? I want the wall just a little taller. That's not what I wanted. I don't think I'll make the top of the toilet taller though. There we go. Perfect. And then we get our... So yeah, I go for position snap, rotate, align to service. And then that gets it pretty close. And just... And fun fact, if you go into here, and then you hit duplicate advance, and then change what type of vines you got. These aren't the star of the show, so I'm not being overly picky really with how they're laid, how they're duplicated, all that. I just want to get it done so I can do the actual star of the show, the Ivy. I still do like just like doing them a little random, having spaces in between, because it still just adds visual interest when looking at the final result. Makes it a little more pleasing on the eyes. Yeah, I don't wanna do the whole thing yet, just in case I hate how it looks. This is a combo I have done multiple times, but the same combo isn't gonna look good in every single build. Yeah, see, I put that down and I'm already telling I'm not liking the vines underneath. Thanks, but I hate it. I can do this faster. The problem with these variegated vines is they don't come down very far. But I think I can still work with it. I'll just try some layering stuff as we do. That along the top. Like that. Bring in these pieces. That can then be layered underneath. blend awkward sections with the longer bits that we can also layer like that. And actually, I get some of the ones that crawl and reach out. Either do some really, do that over here. Like that. And then like that. Stupid thing. Where are you? There we go. Is that? No, it's fine. I think this is backwards. 1 second. Does it really matter? Maybe it just doesn't matter. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. For the African air plants, let's try. Those are in. Oh, what are they called? So I don't think they're called African air plants or air plants. Yeah, I'm not. But no, I do like how that looks. Because then, oh, where's the basket fern? I can't spell. Fine. So then can also, during construction. Oh, right there, decor. Yeah, here we go. I almost feel like they don't. They don't contrast enough with the stone, I think, is the issue. I'm definitely going to incorporate them into the build because I always do. I love these Wiki Wonky air plants. Yeah, I think maybe better for the art, or better. You know, like this, where they're like in addition. But I like this. I want to go back to the air plant, or not the air plants. Basket fern. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to ivy the shit out of this wall. I then will need to add some like thematic lanterns. And I think, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is the Twilight stained glass? Because it's... Filter this content pack. Give me the Twilight. There is this really pretty... Where is it? Yeah, the window pane, the window pane. This stuff, this. So I think I'm gonna turn a couple of these into windows. That line up right? Yes, okay. Then... No, I think that's fine. I think just those two. Any more I think would look a little too awkward and out of place. Okay, if I just go stained, will it come up? No. Glass. There we go. What size do I need? That is too small. That is just right. Just line it up. I could also... No. We're not gonna overlap. That's not what we're gonna do. There we go. Do I like that? Let's... Oh, thanks! Oh, yeah. When we line them up nice and neat, then it works out. Cool. And then... Bam. Admire. Admiring. Okay, I really like it. I really like how that looks. Yeah, I really like how that looks. Okay. I want to zhuzh up these windows a little bit. Ooh, do I want to use the door framing to frame the windows? I think I might. I think that might look really slick. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh, I hate not being able to see exactly how high up I'm going. Okay. That's pretty level. Going to... Oh, there's a even flatter... Oh, see? That's what I need. That, okay. I went side before. What was I doing? Is this too far away from the wall? No, that's good. That's fine. And like that. It's not even. That goes over so there's no weird joint. And then I should be able to just do a little copy pasta and move over. Why is my move thing in the bush? Oh no, nothing is... Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let me fix this real quick. That goes like that. This... How the heck did I even manage this? Alright, then it goes like that. Okay, cool. No! Fuck! You know what? What if I just fix one? Just go like that. Perfect. Once again, I should just be able to... Let me just make sure there's nothing weird. Yeah, that's fine. Beautiful! Window frame. Stunning. Gorgeous. I'm just going to... copy and paste and shimmy over. gonna have to get it forward a bit. Beautiful. Oh. Okay, I really like how this is coming out. Oh, I totally forgot about the cool mushroom pieces. Might have to incorporate some of these. They're cute, they're delightful, they're fun. They're also lights, which is really nice. I'm just trying to see if there's anything... Ooh, we could add... I need a pillar. We have a pillar. So do that. Right, we don't need guests sneaking off to where they're not supposed to go. Oh, I need to overlap that. That, perfect. How far can I go? Oh, perfect. And I just need... Brilliant. And then I need... There needs to be something back here. I don't know what yet, but there needs to be something. I might just fill it in with a lot of like foliage, maybe put a tree back here. But so far this like spawning area is coming along quite nicely. So yeah, gas spawn there, then they walk through here, and then there will be the actual pay for entrance here, which I think I might jump again, jumping around, so sorry. Will I ever finish something? Who knows? You know what, actually the arch is kind of irking me. The fact that I haven't done the rest of the bones. I'm gonna work on the arch again. It's just so tedious. So laborious. What do I need to do? It's actually not that bad once I get these first two rows done. Just, you know, getting them done. At least it's fairly easy, because I don't need to figure out the angles. I already got them figured out. Gotta match them. Alright, then I gotta figure out how I'm going to cover this thing. What plants am I going to cover it? After I place this one, we can look at the other one I've done very quickly. Okay. I'll fix that in a second. So what I did is, initially I actually just did this little section between these two rows of bushes. So essentially what I did is I just took, I think this is the hedge, the wild hedge. Yeah, wild hedge row. And you can see I just like layered it and chunked it up to create these, I guess, like anchoring stripes. And then I went in with the arrowwood bush and sort of layered it on both sides. And then at these wild hedgerow sections, I then did, at least in the front here, oh no, each one, I did a mixture of, what is this, the strangler fig root and the variegated ivy. So I think I'm going to keep the Strangler Fig Root and Ivy combo. I do really like that. I think it also fits this build really nicely. But for like this or any other arch coverage, I'm not super sure right now. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be going back to Darkest Dungeon for a while. Soz. Oh, that last run, just like, it was so brutal. I'm probably not gonna... I need a break from the game. It is, I mean, it is a really fun game, but sometimes, man, sometimes it just gets ya. Oh, who knows, maybe I'll eventually pick up, or finally pick up the second game and give that a go instead. Why isn't it snugging up nice? Okay, there we go. I also still need to play Slime Rancher 2. Freaking, I love the first game so much, and when I tried to play the second game pretty early on, and I was not jiving with it, to be honest. But I think the game's now complete, so I should give it another go. There's also just been so many games like on my wish list and shit, although I did pick up a game recently that I'm excited to play. It is from an indigenous game studio. Why isn't this? Why are you not lining up like how you should? Oh heck yes, the new release just dropped. The new release for which game I mentioned? Darkest Dungeon 2? Slime Rancher 2? Which one? I need to know. Okay, that's what's going on, is I had none of my stuff lined up correctly. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to redo. That much is good, again, for those in logistics a bit, lots of exploration and problem solving. Yeah, and I like the exploration and problem solving and trying to find, like, the hidden slimes and all of that. I think it's very, very fun. The second game, I don't know, I just, for some reason, really wasn't jiving with it. But I'm gonna give it another go. There's a couple games I just... And that's the issue with playing so many games, is when they come up with new updates and that, it can be such a pain to try to keep up with it all. But everything, which will happen quickly, there's no reason to go on the rant other than to make stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I found the end game for the first one just very, very repetitive. And I would quickly get bored with endgame, so I was just constantly starting new games. Oh, fuck a duck. But also, I didn't play the same games all the time and just stick, like if I like a game, I just tend to stick with that game forever and always. my attempt to find a farming sim that doesn't just make me want to play Stardew is a real struggle. I just keep going back to Stardew. Although Coral Island, I will admit, does not make me want to play Stardew. Coral Island is a very good game. Which I don't know if I ever completed my stream run of that. Might be a thing I have to do. Although, for the next little bit, it's probably just going to be another... I'm probably just going to be doing a lot of Planet Zoo. I'm going to be honest. The Planet Zoo bug has bit me once again. I simply wish to create in a digital space. I don't know, there's something... Like, lots of times when I'm creating, because I'm an artist in the not interweb space, I'm often creating to earn an income, which on one hand is really fantastic that I have the opportunity to do that and the opportunities to make money via my art. But also it means that, like, when all your creative juices are going towards trying to survive, it can really just sap them. And with Planet Zoo, I'm not spending 30, 40 hours on a little build for money, you know, it's just for the joy of creating and the joy of making something for myself, even if I'm streaming it. At the end of the day, I'm doing the zoo because I saw a mod for a bone wolf and went, oh, goth zoo! Ancestors is another one that is good, but a bit grindy in the beginning. You're literally evolving monkey. Ooh, that sounds... That reminds me of a game I used to play on the PlayStation 2 that was called Darwin. And you started off as a tribe of monkeys, and you play as Darwin, who gets this vision that if your people don't, like, rapidly evolve, you won't be able to stop this, like, world-destroying event from happening. I think it's an asteroid. And so you go out into the world and collect stuff to bring back to your tribe to get science points that allows them to evolve from monkey to man. And you have to survive, like, taking your hunting party out, and you have different... God damn it. You have different, like, formations that you can get as you evolve, and as your tribe becomes smarter. I played the fucking shit out of that game. I also may or may not have downloaded it for the PlayStation 2 emulator I have for my computer. Because it's just it's still a very fun game. Yo, so many of the PlayStation 2 games really freaking hold up. There's a lot that God damn, what am I doing? There's a lot that I've downloaded for the emulator that I have, and I'm still just like, yeah, no, these games are still really fun to play, the mechanics are still really nice, even while playing, like, on a computer, which the game was never meant to be played on. There was this one, oh, I forget what it's called now, but you play as a dog. Think of, like, the plot of 101 Dalmatians, except I think your name is Jake the dog. And you have to go save your girlfriend from people who are stealing dogs and turning them into dog food. It was also just, like, a very fun game that had very neat mechanics, and, like, you had to complete different challenges that allowed you to become a more powerful dog, and you could temporarily take over other dogs and, like, make guard dogs submit to you and stuff, and there was a lot of different puzzles to solve. And PlayStation 2 games just fucking slapped. So take that, slow it down, mix it with realism of Isle or Wolf Quest. Oh, and show me beautiful graphics and a map size of Red Dead 2. Dang, that sounds like a very fun game. What was it called? Ancestors. Okay, I have written that down, and I'm gonna have to go look that up later. Okay, we're looking good. Slowly but surely. Oh, and I think this is the point now where I can... Damn it. You know what? No one will notice. It's fine. Yay! It's a little wonky, but that's okay. It's gonna get covered in leaves and shit. And honestly, I think it fits the vibe more if it's a little wonky and not perfect. Leave some weird little gaps. And then, yeah, I don't want to go too close to the toilet, so I think like that. I'm going to change the pathing. With that square, cool. You warned the learning curve is steep and little to no tutorial, but is intentional because the monkey wouldn't get tutorials and neither will you. I actually really like that. Like that, it makes sense for the game. Like, yeah, no. Monkey doesn't get tutorial on how to make fire, neither do you. Go do it. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna look at my plant selection here, see if there's anything that could... Ooh, I could use the bramble. Okay. I mean, I don't mind games with a harder learning curve or a tougher learning curve, so to speak. My issue is when games are hard for little to no reason. I just want to do the littlest ones, really make myself have to work. Let's see if I can get this one to look good. What game was I playing recently? Oh, it was called The Forest. And I did not enjoy it playing with the monsters, with the creatures about. As soon as it was put on peaceful, I enjoyed it a lot better. But then again, I generally don't play, like, despite all the farming sims and that, I generally don't play survival games. I just generally don't have a lot of fun playing them. I like crafting games. I like games where you have to craft and collect things and like you have to chop down sticks to make fire and all that. Like I do genuinely enjoy that. Do I like this though is what I'm trying to decide, to be honest. And I think it's a little too repetitive if I'm being honest. Just like now let's look at the bushes. So I mean, I could do... Maybe not that one. Where's the really dense one? Again, I think it sticks out a little too much on the sides. I think that'll look too bulky. That's way too small. That has flowers. I don't want flowers. Ooh, maybe without the flowers though? Ooh. Oh, I think we might have found a winner. Absolutely. Or way too easy. Like Little Kitty Big City was great, but doesn't take long to beat. Niche has an intense learning curve. That is hard to master. Yeah, that's... I mean, difficulty balancing is always going to be a struggle, especially when there is such a wide variety of, I guess, skills in gamers. Because, like, I know some people that find... How do I say this without sounding like a dick? I know people that find games that I find very simple and easy to do, they find extremely difficult. But also, on the flip side of that, like, I can't play shooter games for the life of me. I have tried to play games like Valorant, and I've tried to play COD, and every type of genre of shooter game I have tried to play. And I cannot aim for shit. I suck so much at shooter games. And then you also have to take into consideration there's people that play different variety and wide range of games. And so you can have someone that has, you know, godlike reflexes because they play way too many hours of COD, who then go into a game that's set to be easier, set to be more casual, and you're going to have them just absolutely steamrolling the game because they're used to playing much more higher difficulty games. I do not envy game creators whatsoever for all the things that they have to try to take into consideration. And at one point, I actually really wanted to get into the game industry. I actually applied and got interviewed for a couple game tester positions, which is like at the time was the way to start breaking into the industry if you didn't have a degree. But the thing I found out is I'm the right amount of autistic to absolutely ace the online tests and all of that, but I am too autistic for the in-person interviews. Because they'll ask a vague ass question like, how would you test a fireball? And I'm going, clarification, what stage is the fireball at? Do you need to test key bindings? Are you needing to test like how it interacts with like meshes? Are you needing to... And they'd be like you're overthinking it, just how would you test a fireball? And I'm like, there are so many different ways to test a fireball, and all what could be tested for the fireball depending on what stage of development they're at. And that is the answer, or the question, or the style of question that would make me lose the interview every single fucking time. It's like, I need more information. What do you mean test the fireball? If I was actually testing a fireball, I would have this information, so like... Yeah, that was mainly for... What was one was one of the Dragon Age games. This was back in... Ooh, early 2010s. I applied for that one and got interviewed. Oh, I do the same thing with other. Yeah, like I need more info to give an accurate answer, or else I don't know if I'm actually giving an accurate answer, right? Yeah. Different skill sets and mindsets. I can strategize and manage macromanage games like PC and Rimworld will put me in War Thunder and I will flop. Yeah, no, I applied to be a game tester with BioWare a couple times. I think I applied 4 times and I got interviewed twice. And both times the stupid fireball question, how would you test it, is what fucking lost me the position. This was like before I knew all the, like, how awful BioWare treats a lot of their employees. And whatnot, and like all the stuff about BioWare. Oh, this is back when, like, you know, BioWare was like the game company, especially in, because BioWare has a office in my city. Like, they have one of their major offices, one of their major Canadian offices is in my city. So that was like the way to get into gaming back in the early 2000s and 2010s. Was like getting into the local, like, BioWare, the Canadian BioWare office. I really like how how this is coming out. I also low-key just want to like pet the arch. Not gonna lie. Probably dodged a bullet there. Oh yeah, definitely dodged a bullet. Like looking back at like the stories that have come out about people that were play testing and doing software and development testing at the time, it was not great. Make the situation, if it's doing this, like I've experienced with depression, I would do this. Yeah. See, that's the type of answer I try to give min-max. And they did not like it. They did not like it whatsoever, because I'd be like, okay, if it's in this stage of development, this is how I would test it, like I would do these things. If it's in this stage of development, I would do these things. And apparently that's just not the answer they were freaking looking for. What answer were they looking for? I can't tell you. And it was really interesting, because the first one I went to, I got there a little early, and I was talking with some of the other people that were there for an interview, and it turned out that some of them had like previously been game testers for other games. And how it works is every single time they're doing game testing, at least this is how it worked, every single time BioWare was doing game testing, they'd hire a brand new batch of game testers. So you were kept on as like an independent contractor as a game tester instead of an employee, and your contract only lasted for the length of testing that one specific game. So you weren't like a general game tester for BioWare, you're a game tester for that specific Dragon Age game. And as soon as that game was like put out, like ready to be put out, you no longer work for BioWare. Again, I don't know if that's currently how it is, that's just how it was when I was trying to get a job with them. Part of me would still like to get into the video game industry, but making art assets, I would really like to get in with a studio who does pixel art and make sprites and shit. I focus very hard on just getting this last couple bushies done. Doing more flippy Rooney. And voila. That should be... Alright, cool. That is a good fuzzy arch. Would have been crazy to see you in the credits of Dragon Age 2. Yeah, that would have been crazy to see me in the credits of a game. I mean, it just would have been one of those other, like, random things I've done. Like, I've had, like, when I was in my early preteens and my early teens, I had a couple poems that were published in, like, poetry collection books, and a couple short stories published. So, like, I'm technically a published author, but, like, I don't know, I've just done so much random shit throughout my life, you know? Alright, I'm gonna attempt to grab every single little bushy. So I can just, you know, shimmy shimmy ah it over. Will it actually work? I mean, so far it's working. I just need to get nothing else. And there might be one or two that end up being missing. Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Okay. Oh, I see a little bit here. Oh no, why are you people knowing at me? Oh, I know why. Okay. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break pretty soon, as I hit the caribou moss. Fuck. you, Step Down Lego. Appreciate. Looking at this though, you know, it looks a little too alive. It looks a little too green. It looks a little too not half dead. So I think I'm gonna go in with some of the bushes, and then I'm gonna go take my puppy out. Right now I'm trying to reinforce that she doesn't like... She asks, but isn't like pushy, because I mean, for those that don't know, my puppy is a Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd who is now 7.5 months old and 150 pounds. So we're very much being strict on like teaching her boundaries and how to be respectful and not overly pushy just because she wants something. So she has asked, she has been acknowledged, and she knows that means she'll be taken out shortly. So now she is just chilling while I make sure this is actually what I want to do. And yeah, no, I like how that looks. Like this bottom half, very, very excellent. So I'm just gonna go take like a 5 to 10 minute break. I'll boot up the music louder while I'm chilling. Also, Jesus, I didn't even see that. Thank you so much, Dumpster Fire, for the follow as well. Super appreciated that. Sorry I didn't see it earlier. Apologies. My Twitch notifications have not been working for some reason. They keep resetting and not coming through. Apologies for that. But yeah, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break, boot up the music louder. Y'all can chill and listen to that while I take my puppy out. BRB. And hyenas. Those need to be an animal in the zoo. Okay, why hyenas? Convince me. Because right now for carnivores, I have the bone wolf. I have this extinct kitty. And then I have wolverine and a common genet. Look at these little killers. Aren't they adorable? Amazing. I don't know how often I want to put in these dead bushes. You know, the real question though is, do I want to add anything to, like, on top of the it's like I layered this. Do I want to add some with flowers? Would that be a vibe? I don't think so. Maybe? Like little hints like that? Could that be a vibe? They're notorious for being vicious. They are girl boss, amazing, and great for taking care of any bodies that need to be hit. Literal bone crushers. I mean, that is very, very true. There have been the plot of several shows where the bodies got disposed of via, because I think it's like, oh, they'll eat everything but the teeth or something like that, which I think that's like a thing they hold a holdover from pigs, because pigs will eat everything but the teeth supposedly. Do I need to angle these at all, or can I just like bullshit with it? I think I just bullshit it. Yes, love it. Alright, I'm gonna do the top spikies first. Oh, I know what I should be doing. Random rotation. Random rotation all. And that will give me wonky like that. Maybe not all. Here's random rotation. I need a little more dead brush here. A little more here. I'm not too worried about the very center here. That's because that's going to be hidden by a welcome. These are cool though. For those that don't know, hyenas also have, female hyenas have a pseudopenis. And it's like, it's shaped exactly like one. And not only do they do the badoink-a-doinks and pee through that, but that's also how they give birth. Which is horrifying to think about for more than 2 seconds. Alright, I want more light directly on it. Can I get that at this angle? Not particularly. I'm in a pretty shady angle. That's okay. I guess I can always look at it from here. And yeah, I do like how that looks. I think that looks very spooky, very ooky. And then if I can just mix in very subtle and light bits. Thanks, God. You're welcome, stepped on a Lego. Listen, the animal kingdom, it is wild, it is horrifying, it is fascinating. I have all the animal facts. Like, fun fact, did you know that domestic rabbits are descended from European wild hares? Which is why wild hares can breed with domestic rabbits in, like, Europe, but American hares, or Canadian hares, or, you know, other legomorphs, can't. They are descended from a completely different species, so they can't intermix. So if you've ever seen someone who's like, I have a jackrabbit hybrid, I had a bunny outside and it had babies with a jackrabbit. Like, no, it's scientifically impossible. I've also had people, like, legitimately serious, think that cabbits, which is a cat-rabbit hybrid, were completely possible. Just add it to the many reasons I stopped running my own rescue. Mama Dr. Jones, an OBGYN on YouTube, did a reaction to our universe, and to say she was an understatement. Yeah, no, it is absolutely fucking wild. This is a good arch though. Can we just appreciate, especially like where the sun's hitting it? But that's a good arch. It's really coming together. Alright, now to the other side. And then I think I'm going to take a break from the arch for a bit. I actually might work on the bathrooms. Also, fun fact about rabbits. Did you know they have 2 uteri? The uteri is technically separated into like 2 different horns that ovulate at different times. And rabbits are, they ovulate when they are mounted. So what that means is that a bunny can get pregnant at like, basically be carrying 2 separate litters at the same time. It's very rare that it actually happens due to like hormone stuff. But I have had it where I rescued this rabbit who had babies that were maybe 3 weeks old, and 2 weeks later, so 5 weeks after her last litter, or no, yeah, 3 weeks after, yeah, like very shortly after, she did have babies, and the only way it could have happened was like if she had been carrying her next litter at the tail end of carrying her last litter. So like right before she gave birth. And I've also had it where like babies were two weeks old and mama then gave birth to another litter. They can get double pregnant. Yeah, they can get double pregnant. It's absolutely wild. And they can also get pregnant immediately after birth. So like if timed correctly and she's carrying a pregnancy in each horn, like they can be having a litter every 3 weeks. Which is absolutely freaking nutty. Prey animals in general have absolutely nutty reproductive and systems and fertility rates. Which, fun fact, you can also tell the general health of a lot of colony animals by what split of sexes the babies are being born. If you're seeing a lot more males being born, generally what it means is the existing males are becoming too old and new male blood is needed within the surrounding populations and within the own population. Whereas if you see a lot more females being born, generally that's just how it is, because you get more girls than men because you need more girls to sustain a population. But if you're starting to see only girls, which is actually what we're seeing in the feral cats here, is that the litters are 100% female, means that there is an overpopulation of males. Generally. This is not going to be true for every single animal across every single species. This is just what I've observed for feral domestic animals populations in my city. I've made these observations over rescuing. Oh god, do I even want to do the math? I mean, the one rabbit colony alone was like 500 rabbits. Because there was a city ford colony which yeah, the tail end of that was like 500 rabbits. There was the Holy Cross Cemetery bunnies, which I think were 250 rabbits at the tail end of that. And there was the abandoned farm, which was like 150 rabbits. So yeah, I dealt with 3 giant colonies, and that's what I witnessed across all of them throughout like helping them, because of course it takes a bit to rescue that many animals. And that's also I've same observed with feral cat colonies that I've helped. And I'm not even doing the math on that because I've helped way too many colonies, way too many rural properties for me to get any sort of accurate number. But you know what? I'm liking this arch. Picasso. I don't like this bush here. Every time I see it, it makes me angry for no reason. One second, I just got to tell my dog upstairs to be quiet. Alright, I think she settled down. Gotta love having a reactive husky. I mean, I love her to bits. But... Ooh, you know what? I think I want to do a little water feature here. I think that will look very nice. I'm gonna do a little push. We're gonna do a little painting. We're gonna do rough rock with a bit of smooth right along the edges. And then I'm going to take the heavy soil, do the intensity to 40, and just lightly brush that on the bottom. And then I'm going to take the light soil and do that at a 60%, and just very lightly brush that along. Cool. Gonna take fresh water. And we have the start of a cute little pond / water feature. I'm also thinking some sort of statue in this area, but that's just because I love a good statue. What's chat saying? Echidnas have 4-headed sword. Yes, they do, and it's weird looking. Kangaroo have 2 uteri and are perpetually pregnant, double pregnant all the time, and put pregnancy on pause. Yo, yeah, like marsupials in general are wild. Kangaroos are extra wild. I'm glad humans have their current arrangement with... yeah, no, the animal kingdom is wild when it comes to birth and pregnancy, and I'm very glad that humans have the arrangement. Although, like, human pregnancy and birth is weird anyways. We come out half-baked. Like, we're one of the few creatures that comes out half-baked. Which is also an amazing Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor, by the way. I wanted this, and then I wanted this, and then I wanted lava. Giving birth is a lot. I can't imagine a human doing it and then doing it again only in a few weeks. Yeah, no, the strain on the body that that pregnancy causes is absolutely intense. Now, do I want to do the lava rocks or do I want to mix in some of the rocks? I think I want to mix in some rocks. Does anybody have lava? What pack is that in? That is the Oceania pack. Something I noticed is they added more to the Oceania pack. So they added like a bunch of this like lava stuff. Like the Oceania pack I feel like got a weird random boost. But yeah, Oceania pack. how you get these lovely faux lava stones, and then also in the Oceania pack, so that was the pack with the Tasmanian Devil, the Flying Fox, Bat, the Coca, which I fucking love, the Little Penguin, and the Kiwi. I feel like it's a very overlooked pack and an often forgotten about pack, despite the fact that Cocas are literally one of the most adorable fucking things on the planet. Look at that little face. And the fact that it gave us the most adorable penguin ever. But yeah, it's a very, very overlooked pack, I think, that has a lot of cool pieces. Like, it has this amazing canoe piece. The driftwood stuff is also really great. And then the net pieces, which have so many uses into so many builds. The pieces, like the Oceania, like, is overlooked, and because it has some cool animals. Like, yeah, no, let's do the bottom. Thank you for being cool and for being entertaining. Cool. Catch you next time. Thank you so much for hanging out. See you around. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. I'm going to continue to place rocks, probably for the next while. Fill in these spaces. Oh, look at this beautiful black goth pond coming together. Absolutely stunning. There we go, start to blend that in. I really want to connect this. Maybe I'll, ooh, this big one over here. Like this. And then... yeah, I'm gonna put a statue up there. And then we'll get the lava rocks. Have those fill in the front here along with more flat. Actually, let's get more flat volcanic rocks first. That, and then I can fill in with the lava. Alright, and then I just need to fill in rocking the interior of this. Perfect. So with that. Perfect. And then like that. And I just need some gray in here. Perfect. Alright, cool. Now, this is decide what statue is going on here. Which, I mean, I could go very, like, I guess typical and go with the Twilight, one of the Twilight ones. Because we got the cool gargoyle ones. So I could do, like, the fox leaping up and over. Like that. I mean, that does look fun. That does look cool. I don't think that looks bad at all. So that is an option. You could also just go, what is this called? Sculpture, statue, gargoyle. So, statue. I mean, there are a lot of statues, and I could go with one of the animals that I'm going to be having in the zoo. Don't have foxes planned. But I could always, we'll see it as the zoo develops, because red foxes could go in. If y'all have never heard a red fox scream, it is slightly terrifying. I'm gonna be honest, it is slightly terrifying. So, could go with fox. What else do we have here? I don't, because like that's too bright. The copper is definitely too bright. The stone a stone statue could work. Or one of the darker bronze that I think like the deer do not have. Like the, it's so little. Tiniest statue. I think it's a sculpture or similar. Yeah, so like this style of bronze I feel could also work well. And I mean the stone would work because that's also what that guy is. A little dodo. Leon. Could go with very classic. Go with a couple stags. Bear. I think for now I'm going to stick with these stone statues. What if snake torso, put that in the water, snake tail, line to surface, position snap. That should, yeah, like that, and then make the body turn and do stuff, so I feel like into water. I could have it like winding, like the image I have is it like winding over here, but I feel like then the fox is very out of place. So I might save this like cool winding snake idea for a water feature somewhere else. I want to keep it in the back of my head. I think it's still a good idea. But I think for now, I am just going to sort of stick with the gargoyles. Take all those off. I feel like that borders on being a little too cutesy. We're just gonna keep the fox for now. But I do need to fill out this area more. I do need like plants or something. Well, first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to do I still have random rotation on? I think I do. I do. Is that floating? That is. Why is it all floating in the air? No. Awful, sorry. Let me just correct. There we go. No monstrosity is being committed now. Let's go. Alright, excellent. That's looking good. No, it does just like elevate. Okay. What I need, I think I just need some planters. I need some big trees. And then I need some decor. First thing I'm going to look at is planters. I could go with simple wood. I feel like that wouldn't be too clashing. Although I kind of wish there weren't these designs. This is fine. So I could go with that. Yeah, that's too big. Those are too shiny. That's too small. That's too green. Unless I can change that paint color. I like can. I also need to tuck in some general amenities. Facilities. Where's the garbage can is in construction. What am I doing? Is it? No, it's in facilities. Guest facilities, pretty sure. No, where is it? There we go. Bins! I mean, just the Twilight bin. The Zookeeper bin, maybe if it was silver instead of gold. Can I change the color? I can. Make it a little darker green. Oh, the metal is just so shiny, you know? That's also the issue with that. It's so shiny. Just a bucket. I mean, it low-key fits. I feel like it looks better than that or that. bucket. I also want benches. Is there any benches I feel like fit though? Maybe the Arctic benches. The Indonesian bench could also, in theory, fit. Again, I feel like this is a little too cartoony. It's not that I don't like it. I love all of the stuff, but I feel like it might be a little too cartoony. I could also go with the rustic. You know what? I think I can make the rustic work. I just need to cover the hay bales. We're gonna go with a plank. We're going to find toilet door. We're going to align to surface. We're going to get that lined up. And then let me click on the thing. Click on my plank. I beg of you. Zoo. Oh, my plank. I want to click on my plank. Can I click on it like this? No? I'm click. No? Damn it. Now can I click on my plank? Thank you. Okay, move this back a little. Hopefully I can still click on it. No, I really gotta move it. Okay. Well, and maybe I just don't do this idea. Maybe I come back to... I really want to put a bench here. Because yeah, that looks too new. That looks too shiny and new and very weirdly small compared to this. Definitely one of the bigger ones. Colors are too bright. Colors are too bright. Like, this would be perfect if there was wood covering the hay bales, I feel like. Also colors way too bright. Metal too shiny, metal too shiny. Can I change the concrete color at all? No. The ocean, again, can I change the wood color at all? Ooh, I can change the wood color. Is this main wood color? Oh, oh, ooh. I like it. Look at that dark stained. It looks a little weathered. I love it. Okay, cool. That's going to be the benches that we have. I'm also going to so yeah, on the concrete. Can I actually move this on? Perfect. Yeah. Put that there. That. Alright, let's just take a little look. This is what we have so far for our guest spawning area. I'm pretty happy with how things are coming along so far. Yeah, I really don't have much to say. I just really like how it's coming along so far. I think I'm gonna get some trees put in. So let's go over to the tree selection. I feel like for this area, the black spruce, You're not part of this. And then maybe the beech. Definitely the black spruce. I'm gonna put some black spruces first. Oh, where's that align to surface? Turn it off. That fills in this area. Very nice. Taller than the wall? No, it's not. Okay, so not the beach. Oh, maybe the ghost gum. I think that might add some nice contrast to everything. Oh, then I'll definitely have to put some little mushrooms out. How did I forget about the mushrooms, man? Maybe not the huge one, but that. I don't like it as much as I thought I would, I'm going to be honest. I think, okay, but I don't completely hate them as a thing. So I think what I actually want to do is just have a couple near, yeah, I think the couple over here is fine. But mixed in with the spruce, no. Because yeah, like that looks good. But over in this beyond it. Okay. I'm gonna add, I think, some more broken trees then to help fill things in. Oh, I guess I should also look at some space filler stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna add a couple arrowroot bushes, maybe some foxgloves, and then see how I feel about things. I want to give the like slightly not kept up with, half disarray, half, you know, like it's being maintained-ish sort of feel. Larger bush back in here, and mix in with these trees here, and then a big one over here. Okay, I like it, I like it. Gonna get the foxgloves now. a little stand of them and mix in. Oh, that might actually be too much white over here. What if I put in smaller pink ones? You know what? I like it actually. There's some smaller pink ones. Put in some taller. And double up on those ones mixed in. Okay, cool. I like that. I don't know if I want the foxtails and actually in here though. And then placing them. What about? Let's look at the plants. Oh, what are they called? Let me look up, I think. Yeah, like this one. Ooh, actually, these are also, I should have used these before. They're a little too light colored, I think. But, so we have the red, where is, maybe I'll do that instead. Oh, actually, that all filled in. Be like that. Again, trying to get that overgrown, not really been maintained sort of vibes. So having all this grass sort of pushing out here. And then mix in, what was that? That was a blue stem? Add a little bit of, maybe not a big one. A little of that, and then a lot of I actually really like how that fills in the space. That is very much looks overgrown, not maintained. And then I just have to copy paste that everywhere. So this blue stem grass will be like finishing piece, finishing filler in. I can't spell mushroom. Apparently, what the frick is it called? Oh, it's in the Twilight pack though. I can just look at the pack. Twilight. There we go. Oh, I also have this stalactite so I could try to work in somewhere. They're kind of cool. Anyways, ghost fungus. That's what it is. Mushrooms must go everywhere. Yeah. You want them in the planters? No, they'll be out of the planters. How will that blend with the grass? Do like that. That works. Or I could do it coming out, more coming out of the log. Or actually have it like that, and then so it looks like it's layers coming out of the log. Ooh, very nice, very detailed, much wow. I just wish there was more option for the ghost fungus. I also wish we just had more fungus pieces in general. Mushrooms are very delightful, very fun. We need more of them in the game. I'm struggling to figure out exactly how I want to lay things out, and I kind of, so normally I also get rid of the long grass, but I kind of really like how the long grass looks for this build. Maybe for now I just go back to vining. Was that also, yeah, it was cool. Okay, step one is do this across the section. Really coming together. I'm starting to see the goth aesthetic in it. Yes, thank you. My builds and art very much tend to be a trust the process. Like I have a vision in my head and I just need to slowly create it. Slowly. I think on either, I think I might add one more tree sort of in this area right here. Like something's just missing from there. And then I think, okay. It's bothering me because it feels like something's missing there. So, we're gonna go yeah, it's very, let's go broken. Where is it? Add some broken birch in. I do feel like the build is maybe also a little light on broken trees. Maybe that looks a little better. Add another one right there. Add another stump there. Add a stump there. Okay, this area. It's looking good. I think now I can like put maybe a little mushrooms, put the grass, that's, yeah. Cool. Back to this. Because that looks better. Feel it's a little more visually balanced. And then, construction. Oh, that's a large one. Small. Align to surface. Yeah, and I like that the one is slightly askew. Again, I'm trying to give the impression of like a little crumbled, a little broken down. So I like that, and then I need lanterns. Wrong one. I was in the right thing. Wall lights. Okay, so for wall lights, we have the classic, which matches this. Can we do that? We can also go with the European lantern. It's a very classic lantern, but I feel also very much fits the aesthetic. And realistically, it will probably be used at least in one place in the build. And then we do have the very... Because I'll go with the torch. Just go with a good old-fashioned torch. I think I am feeling, though, like the good old classic European lantern. I feel like I'm just... like that's more the vibe. I thought I was thinking of maybe adding lanterns to that back wall, but now I'm not sure. But now I have figured out what lanterns I want to use, so it works out. Okay, back to Vinen. should have done this before I did the trees. And I apologize. I want over here to be a little thicker. And of course, I'm also need to look how it's gonna look through stuff. And yeah, that looks good. So maybe it wasn't such a bad idea I did the trees first. I'm gonna try to do up to the window, and then we'll see if vining is driving me mental or not. And I think after vining is driving me mental, I'll probably... I really just want to get this, like, spawn area done before I move on to the plaza, before I move on to the actual front entrance, you know? But, sorry, I just noticed I didn't curve out this one spot, and that's gonna drive me absolutely bonkies. There. I'll just curve this out because it looks a little weird. Okay, originally was supposed to be a tombstone, is now no longer a tombstone. I'll try to get like a very obvious tombstone pattern somewhere. Maybe for like the courtyard, it'll be very obvious tombstone. Yeah, although I am jumping everywhere, I'm trying not to jump too much all over the place, you know? You know, I think I'll work on the pond area after I get bored of vining again. And then, oh, I just realized it's already 20 after 9. I meant to only stream till 9, if I'm gonna be honest. Oops. That hour went by really fast. Okay. I guess I'm gonna stream for a little bit longer. Yeah, now that I realize what time it is, I guess I'll just try to wrap some things up. And then I am gonna, you know, as I keep saying, I'm gonna try to stream more often. This is my current fixation. I've been looking forward to working on this and streaming like all day. So I'll probably just, yeah, keep working on the zoo for the next little bit. Unless it's one of those streams where I really can't talk just because like stuff's going on, or like neighbors are being really loud, or like my place is extra fucky, or what have you. Then I'll probably end up doing more Hades. Hades is going to be my no talking, just like vibes go-to for the next little bit. And then I am looking for like another farming sim to throw into the mix, you know? Maybe I'll do Paleo Pines again. I haven't played that in a while, and there's been some updates, so we'll probably go through the new content. And like I did promise a Pride Dino run to try to get all the different Pride morphs. I was supposed to do that for Pride this year, and then that never happened. So I mean, like, I know it's the Kismet, and folks are probably spending time with, like, their loved ones and what have you. My family can't do anything for Christmas, not really doing anything for the holidays. I did go to a really lovely Yule celebration, though, and so that was absolutely delightful. Yeah, overall not doing much, so I probably would just be streaming. So if y'all are also alone for this holiday time, we can just hang out together. You can chill. I really like how the vines look around the window. Can we just take a moment to admire the vinage around the window right now? Can we all just take a moment to admire how pretty that is? Yes? Okay, good, thank you. Thank you for admiring. I appreciate. Okay, cool. I'm gonna, I think, do some stuff around here. I need to... Actually, I want to look at some of the water plants. Just put a giant cypress tree. Where is... There we go. Ooh, but I could, instead of doing this, I mean, I could have some cypress knees. That could look really cool. I thought there was more of the cypress knees. I mean, it's like... I can't spell. Huh. These are cool, but I wish there was more variety. Anyways, college plants. I could do a mangrove. No. Reeds? No. Fire sage? Ooh, maybe. I actually kind of like how that looks. Okay, here's some dark water plants. Coat the bottom with that. Very excellent. Very A+. And then... So bright. So green. No, I think I'm gonna go with the sedge. Is that what I... Yeah, sedge. Just a little bit in the odd little corner and bit. Not gonna go... Yeah, that's too much even. Ooh, 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 ooh. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What's it called? The Rafflesia thingy. Raffle. Fonks. Yeah, that is very striking and pretty. We'll just in among the rocks, turn on align surface. So I can get that good angles. Cool. No, JK, I don't like it. I think it's actually the sedge that's making me not like it. Okay, if I can look, maybe let's look at some decor. Oh, because I do want to put airplane stuff. You know what? Bristlecone. Bristlecone. Do big branch coming out like that. Twist like that. You see the vision? See the vision yet? change the color of the water. That's what I'm gonna do. Water. The color is gonna be turned a little bit of a darker. There we go. That color green. We're gonna bubbles. Bubbles. There we go. Perfect. Mist. Very excellent. I like that. I think this is coming along very, very nicely. And I think this is where, I feel like this is a really good place to leave it. Like, there's still more stuff I could wrap up and do, but I also did not mean to stream for an extra half hour. So, I'm gonna head off. I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna continue, I'm gonna try to do more of, okay, so my goal for tomorrow is finish up the ivy along this wall, finish up the plants in all of this section, finish this area, and then figure out how I'm completing this area. If I don't get this other half done tomorrow, I'm not going to be upset, but I'd like to at least figure out how I'm finishing it, like how I'm enclosing it. Considering right now I also don't have anything on this side, and I don't think I'm going to put a building on this side. So, but for a little 3-hour session, I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out. Of course, there's probably going to be another like 1 or 2 sessions on just the spawn area. I want to play stuff like, where is it? Like this leaf litter everywhere. Do it in like the corners like this. Like little details like that. Just gonna remove those for now. So yeah, so I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. Probably in the evening, but we'll see. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you everyone for hanging with me. As always, I super appreciate it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.